Hello, this is my C++ design work. So as you can see, I've used the first person template in my game. This was because I wanted to make a first person shooter mixed with a bit of game modes such as like collectibles or targets. So as you can see from here, we've got a target and a collectible blueprint in the game. So opening up the target blueprint, you can see there is currently no blueprint in the engine because this is because everything is in the component. So it would defaultly generate the health component because they're set to abstract in engine. So this creates this gets rid of any dependencies or any issues that may be caused in engine by the designers not using this properly, just to defensively produce my code. And similarly with the collectibles, the only thing brought in game is the collision component, as it is more easily done. It calls a broadcast event, which is linked in the code itself. So all the functions used that should be used in engine are engine callable, so everything should be able to be used in Blueprint. And this was built with the collectible class as its base. So with it being components, everything is set to being modular. So I've left 2 blocks in the world for a reason. So the first one is just one of the default chamfer cubes that are built into engine. However, the second one has the target blueprint is in the instance. So this was to prove that the work can be modular and set to any instance of any object in the game. So to quickly run through it, when you click play, it opens up into a waiting to start world. So I could have changed, so maybe disable the input there. So as you can see the top left where the debug messages were, it loads in through the starting states and gives a little countdown, and every time you collect a collectible, your score goes up. So you see, I could shoot this and it won't cause any issues. But if I shoot the block twice, it gets rid of its health component and destroys the health. So I have to quickly shift F1 to get the cursor out, scroll down to where the player is. You can see the player has its own health component built in. On spawn, this will be generated to the current max health and the current shield max health. On default, this, as mentioned in the reflection, this could be changed, but I felt there's no need to not have it set to the max health. If I go back into engine real quick, you can see I've got a bit of code in the character blueprint, where if I press E, it damages the actor. So if I reduce the shield health and the max health to 0, you can see in the top left that it says which controller has caused this damage. So in a real game, it would kill the player, obviously, but this is just to showcase the functionality. So if you go back over to this, I can shoot this twice, and you see that there's no game rules left, so it's gone into the leaving match component. So if we just run through the character blueprint quickly, this just shows what happens when you take the damage, and when it's calling the on dead event, it gets the causer and displays it on a print string. The project was not built, as it was causing errors when I built it in on my computer, so this is not anything used. So that's just something to note quickly. Other thing to note is the majority of this code is built directly into the code itself. So with the widget for the UI, it is just a little text block with no code built in, as this is auto-generated in the code itself. Equally with the spawn points, I have a lot of, if I remove this on the world, it will automatically generate one. This is in order to prevent any dependencies caused by this. Similarly with the any of the collectibles spawned in. If it does not recognize any of the components, it will generate them automatically. So one thing to mention with the player health, as you can probably have told from the variables, it's got a shield regeneration. However, unfortunately, I couldn't get this working in Engine. The issue I found is that it somehow just didn't, for some reason, just wasn't calling the script that caused the tick regen. It does set the delay timer, but for some reason it just doesn't continue from there, and I couldn't get that working in the time. But I did find that if I removed all of that code, for some reason the health system completely didn't work. So in order to prevent that, I've just left it in because it doesn't significantly impact the code, because the shield regeneration statements never ran. So given more time, I would probably have I would look into this more and try and fix that. However, obviously, due to the constraints of the project, I do not have the ability to do this. Thank you for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you.